All right, this time I made sure I unqueued everything, unmuted. But hang on a second, there was one thing I forgot to start getting it right now, because it sure sounds loud as ever. There we go. Yeah, get that airplane quieted down. Why don't we? All right, folks, flight number 2 as promised. Bad attitude. What's up, Mike? Hey, welcome in. We're ready. Well, we're not ready to go yet, but we're getting there. Quick note, if you're expecting VATSIM, you're on the wrong channel today. We are going to try. Today has been so messed up. It's been an update Friday. X-Plane released earlier for me this morning version 0.1.2 beta 1. Now, if you're not, oh, I'm sorry, 1.3 beta 1. Sorry. So used to saying 1.2, it just bloop. The anticipated new ATC internal for X-Plane 12, meaning you don't have to fly on VATSIM, IVAO, Pilot's Edge, POSCON. You can do it here. Now, I do not normally fly this way. I lost my total train of thought. Something came up on my phone, which is good because I meant for it to be set up on Twitch. And lo and behold, there it goes. So that way I can catch text and messages. Lo and behold, this ATC, we ran into a little issue on the Vienna to Austria flight. We'll walk you through it, brief you through it here. But the 1.3 touted internal ATC, meaning if we do not have, and I think I know this is where I was going, AI aircraft, we might, if this gets as Bad Attitude was saying. Hang on a second. Why is that not triggered off? Hang on. There it goes. Don't know why it didn't trigger off. Huh. Interesting. The things that happen while streaming. Just gotta love it. All right. So, we don't have AI aircraft. There is a way, there's a box you can check to get them. Last time I did this, and I think Bad Attitude, you might have been around, or maybe it was someone else, but I really didn't like the hit on my system with it. And I think that's why I turned it off and was thankful that I was on VATSIM. So I didn't have to worry about it, even though model matching sucks on VATSIM. But that's a whole different time. But today we're going to be flying off VATSIM, and I can already hear the tears out there. But I think we're going to enjoy it. It was enjoyable up until the issue we encountered, which I think was user error. That user being this guy. And we're going to test it out. However, let's get the plane ready to go. As you can tell, Avianca means Colombia probably, even though that's, I think, Brazil. Let's zoom in and find, oh no, it says Colombia. Ha! How about that? Yeah, we're headed to Colombia with it. The guy I was chatting with at X-Plane said, could you go a little easier on the terrain on your next flight? I thought, hey, out of Aruba's pretty good, right? Sea level flying until you hit the coastline and go into South America. Forgot about that part. So, but this should be a really good test. Just like the Vienna to Innsbruck, this should be as well. All right. So again, we are Aruba TNCA as you if oh yeah, you guys don't have the codes, to Bogotá SKBO. If you're not familiar with Bogotá, it's 8,000 feet above sea level, so definitely some trains somewhere. So and bad attitudes letting us know, yeah, AI traffic can be a decent hit. So we'll see if there's ways to manipulate that like we could in FSX and the Century of Flight. If not, hey, we'll take it as it is. So, all right, so let's crawl up into the cockpit. Now, the other issue we were working with earlier came in the form of another update that happened for me today. Hang on a second, I didn't do this one. Why didn't I? My OCD did not kick in. We'll come back to that. Sim Toolkit updated, and it has been forever since there was an update. Matter of fact, the Discord channel said we skipped one. Oh, didn't want to cough in your ears. Yeah. Well, the one they skipped, I guess, made X-Plane not fully connect to it. They've actually been able to recreate it. They'll get a hot fix out when they can. So those of you who are experiencing like me, and you're about to see it here, I'm just getting a cup of coffee going here. No, they know they're working on it, and hopefully a quick fix comes. All right, speaking of Sim Toolkit, as I said, here it comes. We like to brief with this tool. All right, so what am I talking about? Well, when you normally connect, you'll get the little message up here in the upper corner where the airplane is, X-plane connected. Okay, great, fine and dandy. On mine, it 9 out of 10 times will zero in where I'm at. Cool. Not today. Look down here in the bottom on that fringe. No, or X-plane, no data. Now, the initial thought is we got to change IP addresses and this and that. So I don't know if that will be the fix. You can get that all over at the Sim Toolkit Discord channel. But this was the other beastie that updated today. So we won't be using much from the Sim Toolkit today. Matter of fact, I can't even give you landing information unless we're on the and we forgot to fire up with everything that happened in the morning flight or afternoon flight. We totally forgot the acres. So all of that to say, here's today's flight. We're loaded up with 145 people, no cargo. That brings us to a payload of 31,967 pounds. And the rampies are putting 15,200 plus pounds of fuel aboard. The route for today, let's see if that's still working. And it is. We're going to plan to depart runway 11, land 14 left. Now, I'm kind of wait till you see the weather. You'll see where my comes from. All right, here's speaking of which. Okay, 010 at 10. Whew. That's about a 90-ish plus degree crosswind. Not much you can do. It only flips. It would just be, instead of the arrows pointing this way, they'd be pointing the exact angle, just 100 the other way. But other than that, beautiful day here. some thunderstorms we'll deal with. You saw the wet ramp, broken sky at 1700, 27 degrees Celsius here. So really a beautiful day other than the little bit of thunderstorm activity. Bogotá. You can already see where my problems are. This ATIS down here is VATSIM. Now, if we were up in the US where that ATIS system, D-ATIS, would work, it would put it down here. This is what VATSIM's running. And now you would think, well, that's because they don't want them doing the RNAV. That's so hard. Actually, it's really not. However, no. Even the real world SimBrief gave this to us. SimBrief doesn't go off of these usually. And I'm really shocked with a 310. We're coming in with a pretty good tailwind. Now, we do have scattered thunderstorms in the area. What do you think? We're going to depart in them and not land in them? Welcome to the tropics. So 1700 is our ceiling as of right now, and thunderstorms. So we'll see how this all pays out when we get there. Oh, we're not going to export to VATSIM. Instead, we're going to clear the screen, finish our pre-flighting, get the aircraft ready to go. Currently, I'm in the process of getting the initial data in. I was trying to get that done before, like I did on the Vienna flight. Unfortunately, time got me this time. All right, so here it is. What we did is there was a init request. We clicked it, and this populated, and we set our lat long. Now, I'm going to do a rad nav real quick. Looks good. Now we're going, back up, back that truck up. Let's head over here to our loadout, 121.9, 122. I'm going to go ahead and leave that. However, I'll bring up the fuel to 15.4. Yeah, 960. Yeah, we can go there. All right, flight plan. We'll be back here momentarily. Okay, flight plan. Now, this still works. Let's bring charts in. Okay, you can see where we were working. We are in, I believe, spot 7, and we went over here, got the chords, put them in. Okay. Since we're taking off on 11, we're going to push back facing west. Taxi for takeoff. Pretty simple. We say that carefully. All right, so we said runway 11. Okay, we're going to do the DATO to Fox departure. It didn't pull that up, so let's see why. I'll bet it's because, there it is, DATOR. All right, so you can see we're going to come out to Brem, Gadget, and over to DATOR. We got a pretty good turn there, so, but I don't see any restrictions on speeds. So, pretty decent departure. All right, so let's start it. Here we go. TNC departure 11 and DATO to Fox. Okay. And I don't see any transitions. Cool. Now, what I'm also going to do, we can do that in this one. Go to plan, dial down to 20, and we can watch our route play out here. Once, yeah, we'll just do that right now. So, Brema, limit, then our GADOT, and then DATOR, clear it off. And then we go to MAGTA, Pergo, or Pugro. Okay. Now you don't have to have the charts with you to do this. You can see I'm looking for discontinuities on the nav display here. So I walk through it because you don't know how many times we've had issues. ISCO, UPIL, Atalo, Balix, down to input, CUC, EJA, ILSEV. Okay. All right. So here we actually start our arrival into Bogotá. And you can already see, looking at this, that it is not liking it. However, it is declared 14 left, 14 right, arrival departure. Only I don't know. I don't know if that's or not. So, but anyway, that's what we're doing. Okay. Now, over here, click, click, there it is, Bogotá, arrival. Now, for us, the intended runway is 14 left. So let's look at what we have. All right. Just going to look at them all. Okay, X-ray looks good. Yankee looks good. And actually, I really like Yankee. Let's do Yankee. Okay, now that we have that, add to the route. All right, so our arrival will be ILS Echo 4 Echo. Don't worry, I heard somebody chime in here. Oh, you think? Okay. Yeah, we'll do that there. Hang on. Bad Attitude saying he recommends pulling up X-Plane ATIS in case it has you on runway 11. Well, that's what we're planning, but I know where you're going in case they've got us flip-flopped. Gotcha. And we'll put this in real quick. There are no transitions to this, correct? Oh, we don't even have this one in here. All right, so star. I think these are it. There. Okay, so here we go. Okay, these are for 3-2. Here we go. I was going to say, where's my chart? There we go. All right, so that's our chart. So we come into ILS EV, come around the horn, Tobic to EMS, and on to the ILS. Cool. So we've got that loaded, insert, and click, click, Pepet, Sir, 2-3, Tobic, BO 885, Amves, and then on to it, Lobev 613 and the runway. Missed approach will take us, I don't know where, Amves, and hold. And today's alternate is El Eden. not sure. That's actually not too far away. And there's how we get there. Ice knocks. All right. Pull that back. That's set. Let me get rid of charts, and we're going to get this flight plan loaded. All right. So right now we are, and bear with me a second. I'm going to set this so I can. All right. Let's get the flight plan up here. Let's lower that just a tad. Now I got to remember what I did. Clipboard, Airbus A319 Avanca. It's amazing how many airlines start with air. Now that was interesting. Get rid of that to prevent that. All right, flight plan. Here's where we got to pay attention. SKBO, alternate, SCAR, SKAR. Let me make sure. SKAR. Now, this is what screwed us last time. I put flight level to FL280. It is not set up that way. Now, the individual I was talking with in the Discord for X-Plane, we finally figured that out. He got all my information and all of my logs and all. He says what he thinks is by putting FL, the system read 2280 and rounded up to the minimum number 2000. Hence, for those that watched the first one today, that's why we got the descent call to 2000. Now, what I should have also looked for was, could I raise that? I didn't think about that. Was a big thing you could do in FSX and flight and a century of flight and on back. What the new one can do, I have no idea. All right, so let's put the route in. Now, one thing that kind of concerned me here a little, we'll get back to that 5,000. I don't remember the clearance reading our departure. Now, we are scheduled to flight level 38,000. All right. So you see your options here. Do I want to issue procedures as vectors? Let's go ahead, file it, see what we get. Then you got to go. Oh, and one thing, you got to turn your radios up. Why didn't it auto-tune? Oh, okay.
Flight level 040. Advise on initial contact you have. Information Charlie. Rain Beatrix International. Information Charlie. 15 Zulu 30. Arriving runway 11. Departing runway 11. Wind light and variable. Visibility 6 miles. Rain. Sky conditions. View at 1,500. Temperature 25. Dew point 24. QNH 1008. Transition level. Flight level 040. Advise on initial contact you have. Information Charlie.
Okay. We'll be back to that. So 1-1. So yeah, got the ATIS. Everything is sounding good right now. They are flying off 11, so we'll hope for the best. Okay, now the only thing that won't work here, by the way, folks, are the ACARs. That won't work. However, let's get over here. We have done our RadNav and NITV. Now we're at the perf page. You know, it always helps to have this with me. Okay, let's go to takeoff perf, reset, and then I am gonna, where am I at? There we go. Put the right flight in here. Oh my goodness. SKBO. Okay, I still had the old flight in Sky Vector. So looks like 020 at 3. Okay, thankfully the winds are gentle enough that I'm okay with the tailwind departure. Temperature 261018 translates over here to 2977. We're gonna go wet, and everything else looks good. Of course, air conditioner on. Compute. Yikes. Okay, now, granted, you would get this from those dispatcher folks out there, your performance information over your ACAR system. All right. Hang on a second. Get back up there like you're supposed to. There you go. However, we in the flight sim world get to have a little fun. Let's try flaps 2. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Flaps 2 out of here instead of toga. Although technically, I guess toga would be preferred. Why not? Why don't we go toga? We went flex last time. Let's go toga this time. Toga, toga. Okay, so we're looking for somewhere between 109 and 135. So how do we make this little gizmo do this little gizmo's information? Go to perf, uplink. Oh, don't click it like that. Uplink, And I think we said 1007, right? 1008. You can't change the temperature, so if it's different, folks, you can't do that. We got a 020 diagonal tree. All right, and we're going with a wet runway. Okay, just like it says, contaminant up down arrows. So up, wet, request. And we just wait a couple seconds, and then all of a sudden the magic of things moving through the ICAR world to the company, back to the plane, and it'll say received. All right, now this information is if you're going TOGA. If you've decided and you're going to go flex and you got that all and you know your numbers, click here and go from there. Okay, we're going TOGA. We can go as low as 109 on our V1. We'll bring it up a little. We'll see. Let's up 4. Yep, 2. Okay, so we'll insert. I'm gonna go with how about a 120? That gives us plenty of room to get stopped if it happens. And that's it, folks. We're ready to fly there. Let me just make sure everything else is ready to fly, and then we're going to file our flight plan. I think I already did. Hang on, put you there. FDLS, centered, LS, constraints. 20's good, 40's good, and we'll leave that for now. All looks good here. All right, so we're ready to go. In the meantime, goodbye to the baggage loaders. And as soon as we're ready with our clearance and all of that good stuff, we'll get out of here. So enter. I did file my flight plan, right? Oh, no, I didn't. File.
Reina Beatrix International Ground. Avianca 572. Hello. Request IFR clearance to Bogotá, El Dorado International.
Avianca 572. Cleared to Bogotá, El Dorado International. Routing as filed. Maintain flight level 380. SWA 3401. QNH 1008.
Cleared IFR to Bogotá, El Dorado International. Routing as filed. Maintain flight level 380. Squawk 3401. QNH 1008. Avianca 572.
Avianca 572. Read that correct.
All right, that we didn't get last time. So there it is. User error as expected. So again, arriving, departing, 11 light winds, 6 miles rain, sky conditions. Right there tells you folks wet runway. And you can read the rest. And then our clearance came back again. It did not have the DATOR for Echo. So we'll see how this works out. But overall, it looks a lot better. It looks like I could do that and make things a little easier on us. Okay, so initial climb, did it give us one? DATOR, Maintain flight level 380. So we go straight up. All right. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's punch it. Oh, let's start 8 cars first. What do you think? Hopefully, through all of these starts and restarts, I started the sim properly. And what that means is with Sierra Charlie 3, what the heck is it called? Smart Cars 3. 1, the sim has to be started without being an administrator, and 2, the same thing for the 8 cars. It tells you right off the bat, though. And no, if I screwed up, I'm not going back to fix it. Because I can't. All right, flight schedule started. That's what we want. And just to be safe, there we are. Okay. Things are looking much brighter on this flight, folks. We'll see how. I'm still hesitant with internal ATCs. We all know what they were like way back when you couldn't put SIDs and stars in. I haven't seen a SID work yet. So we'll see if that's how it flies us. So, but you up to speed there, Bad Attitude. It looks pretty good. Enjoy when you get the time. Sorry, folks. Didn't mean to sound like I'm slurping there. I just needed some coffee. I say it's time to fly. Time for me to fly. Auto. Everything else is closed according to this. Mechanically, let's get up here. Always check. Get on the internal power. Fuel pumps will turn on this time so we don't get all those nasty, nasty messages. Okay, and we're set to roll. Okay, let's call better pushback and better pushback out of here.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me.
Why is it doing that all the time?
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to
Am
go.
I hitting the wrong thing here, folks? Hang on. When in doubt. Yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden it's being such a pain. I know it had an update not too long ago. Yeah, I know. Part of that update week.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, we'll do that from now on. No big deal. It's just weird that it's like all of a sudden. Okay, just doing the final checks. Everything looks good. All right, let's get rid of those. Boy, they would bring that ICS here. That would.
Doors are still open for the GT
Yeah.
are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Yeah. Okay, we're ready to go, folks. I totally lost my train of thought. But that's okay. We're going to enjoy this ride to Bogotá.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes off.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Okay, here we go. Okay, starting up number 2. Well, now that's what we were talking. Thank you. The A330 from ToLiss gives you a way to put this screen over on the EFB. It's not yet in this one, and I don't think the A320 has it yet either, or 21s. But yeah, you would have an extra tab right here. That is such a blessing. And I really, really hope they find a way to get that over to these. Because like Bad Attitude said, it just blocks everything. Now, we can do a lot of things down here. Let me see where we are. We do have the fuel pumps on, right? Yep.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, I think the engine is on. Let's find out. Yeah, N2's at 57%. Okay, I buy it. Anyway, but yeah, if they could do that at ToLiss, boy, that would just make this even that much better.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been
We'll see.
removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
And thanks for the pushback, even though we had a little bit of hiccups with you there. Looking forward to hopeful more improvements. Okay, there's the Avail. There's the guy with the pins. All right, let's get to work. 3-minute timer. A lot of 3-minute timers in this plane. All right, so bleed off. ground spoilers and flaps to be set. What did we say? Flaps 1. And we're ready to go. Coming down, pitch trim is what we got to set first. Up 0.4. Okay. And then what I do from here, folks, after that, I check my flight controls. Okay. All looking good. And if I don't, I find with my Logitech stuff, which SATEC technically, I get them to snap. They'll, like when I do, especially to the left, where you see that needle, how it moves slowly, it would like, boom, right up to the top in a blink of an eye. So, all right, that's good. Where are we? Slides. Arm. Okay, and then finally, nose light elapsed time on, and brakes to max, and we're ready to go. APU's getting turned off. Brake temperatures, here we go. Let's turn on the radar, see how bad it is here. It was not nice in Vienna, even though we had some pretty good skies. All right, taxi time. So I hope you all had a great week. It is Friday, folks. We finally got to it. And new updates all over the place here on X-Plane. And I hope y'all are going to have a great weekend. Couple of weeks before Turkey Day, so hope y'all enjoy. Turkey Day being Thanksgiving for those that didn't put 2 and 2 together. Here, I'm going to put that big thing in front of you again. See how that does. Oh, much better. You know what? I forgot to get taxi clearance.
Reina Beatrix International Ground. Avianca 572. Request taxi from Golden Gate 74 departure.
Avianca 572. Information Delta current. Runway 11. Taxi via Golf. Hold short at runway 11.
Information Delta. Runway 11 taxi via Golf. Hold short runway 11, Avianca 572.
Oops. Hopefully, I hope so. I saw some NextRad updates coming in the original message on Discord. So I don't know Bad Attitude, but looking forward to it. All I do know is I don't see any thunderstorm. Well, I see some clouds that way. So hopefully that's a good sign. And for anyone out there, I have opened up the subscriber chat. If you can't get into it, let me know. I can drag you in. Just realize when you go on voice, pretty strict about watching your language. So just to be forewarned, make sure your intros and all of that aren't foul, because I'll ban you in a heartbeat. Now, one thing we did learn.
Avianca 572. Contact Reina Beatrix International Tower 118.0. Goodbye.
Contact Reina Beatrix International Tower 118.0. Avianca 572. Goodbye.
Let me show you. I found out you got to pretty much get up to this hold line. All right, let's make sure our takeoff checks are ready. No skier. Oh, we're all set up here and set down here. All right, so.
Avianca 572. Hello. On taxiway Golf.
Avianca 572. Reina Beatrix International Tower. Hello. Hold short of runway 11. Report ready.
So proper.
Runway 11. Will go. Avianca 572. Avianca 572. Ready for departure.
Avianca 572. Fly heading 115. Runway 11. Cleared for takeoff. Wind light and variable.
Fly heading 115. Runway 11. Cleared for takeoff. Avianca 572.
You heard him. Let's light the fires and kick the tires. Clear for takeoff. V1.
2803, Avianca 572.
Avianca 572, turn right heading to 78, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Turn right heading 278. Climb and maintain flight level 380. Avianca 572.
Avianca 572, contact Curacao Hatter approach 119.800. Goodbye.
Contact Curacao Harbor approach 119.800. Avianca 572. Goodbye. Reina Beatrix International Tower, Avianca 572. Radio check 118.0. Avianca 572. Alone. Altitude flight level 089. Climbing flight level 380.
Avianca 572, Curacao Auto approach. Hello, radar contact.
Avianca 572.
Much better. Bad attitude. Sorry, folks. Was real quiet there.
Continue. Present heading. Avianca 572.
Things seem much better right now. Um, all right, there's 10,000 feet. This time we'll remember, kill the lights. Here comes DATOR. Kind of curious if it's going to say continue on course. How they're going to handle this. Also kind of curious how oceanic will happen.
Avianca 572, fly heading 265, resume on navigation.
Fly heading 265. Resume on navigation. Avianca 572.
Nice. All right, so there we have part of the answer. Kind of curious, like I said, how this will now translate down.
Avianca 572,
MAGTA Center. 123.800. Avianca 572. Goodbye.
Uh, 12380.
Avianca 572. Hello. Altitude 14,900. Climbing. Flight level 380. On heading 260.
Avianca 572, MAGTA Center. Hello. QNH 1006. Radar contact.
QNH 1006. Avianca 572.
Weird. We already passed transition levels, so there are no needs for QNH that I'm aware of. That doesn't mean anything to a lot. Some. I'm going to kind of shorten this window up a little. All right, we're on our way, folks. Now, the only hard part to this thing, you can't really walk away. VATSIM, I'd like a 2-hour break, please. All right, so we are climbing. It doesn't even, well, I wonder if it will matter. I guess it won't, if we're in TCAS or not. Interesting. Oh, spoilers are still armed. Let's get those disarmed. And head over here for a system check real quick. Get our fuel balanced up. We're not that bad, actually. All right, turn this one. Actually, yeah, we are. It's misread that gauge, folks. What we're doing is balancing the fuel because the APU ran for so long on the ground. That's why. But that's okay. You know, this flight was intended intentionally to be like, whoa, like that. And as you can see, some of that fuel backwashes in. We're getting close already. Close enough that I need to do this. Fuel one more time. Okay, we're pretty well balanced. Continuing on, APU's off. 70. Okay, the only thing I want to do, knock that one down. Okay, we're on the climb and about to make that turn up here at MAGTA, headed towards Bogotá then. Much better. It was nice to figure that one out. All right, and I did as soon as I saw what it did, and I went, are you kidding me? It cleared me to 2,000 feet. instead of where we were supposed to be. So, but anyway, that was a cool fun. So far, this is pretty cool. I hope you all enjoy it too. And Bad Attitude, thanks for pushing me to give it a try. I sure appreciate the kick in the butt. So big things about the internal ATC. Now, I don't understand the issue with the SID part yet. We'll see how it works out with the star. If I'm doing something still wrong in setup, I don't know. But something's not getting it. Either they're vectoring us properly or I'm not doing something right. Again, most likely user error. I think that's the tail number. Yep, that is. Store it. Let's see what we have going on over here. We'll get it out yet today. Iron Condor, welcome in, and Raiders, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome aboard. We are flying X-Plane 12, like always, and we're flying with the new beta. I think I saw you up and flying that Iron Condor. Welcome, and thank you for the follow there, Kurt Deasy. This ATC is actually, I'm sorry, I think it's doing a great job. JD F. Dago, thank you as well for the follow. And we had a snafu user operator coming out of when we flew our last flight, Vienna to Innsbruck. The big thing, make sure you put the altitude in there in 1,000 feet. Don't do the flight level. That's what this guy did, and we got cleared to 2,000 feet instead of 28,000. So, but great. Glad to have y'all aboard. Glad to see you all following, and hope you all enjoy the ride to Bogotá. It was funny. The X-Plane guy said, on your next flight, could you kind of go easy on the altitude so we can see how we're doing? I said, yeah, we're going to come out of Aruba, sea level. And then we'll land in 8,000 feet MSL. So, but welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much. Thank you so kindly, Iron Condor. Glad to have you all aboard. So, we are on our way, and and where are you? All right, and I am just in here trying to get ElevaTech, a program I am helping alpha test up and running. Get it up and going here. This could very well be a good alternative to VATSIM. For those of us that sometimes those controllers kind of get under your skin in certain areas, yeah, this could be a very well-earned relief from that. And boy, what a great flight so far. Everything seems to finally be firing like it should be. Not like the first flight. Wow. Not only was there an update to X-Plane, which that was actually the easy one, just took time. Sim Toolkit had an update for getting ready for the other world's new sim release. Lo and behold, their X-Plane side, something isn't firing right, and they know the issue. Hopefully here in a day or two they'll have a hot fix out for that. And then we had the issue coming out of Vienna. You know, welcome sometimes to how flight simming is. And the real world of flying too. Problem after problem after problem. And eventually, you somehow find your way to where you're going. So, but I hope y'all are having a great Friday, great weekend ahead. For those of you that are off, and we're on our way to Bogotá. Can't wait to see how ATC handles this approach. So far, it's been pretty good. I really like this. I had one other issue in Innsbruck, but I have to go back now and look at other screenshots. The terminal seemed blurry. Double checked my eyes and my glasses to make sure they weren't blurry. And I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that again. But if that's all there's wrong with it, let's go. Let's do some flying. All right, so we're through 35 for 38. ATC has cleared us own navigation. Now, we're past simulators. Back in the days when I did fly FSX, Century of Flight, and tried, tried the ATC in the sim, usually only once. Sometimes it forgot you on own navigation. So I'm kind of curious what's going to happen here in about an hour. So, if that. All right, so with all of that prelude, let's put the ElevaTech up top. That we know for sure is updating. And all right, so we should hit top of climb here in a couple minutes. And like I said to the audience prior to y'all showing up, unfortunately, like with VATSIM, we can go, controller, like a 2-hour break, please. Oh, okay, report back. You don't get that with this one. And yes, I'm being very facetious, but yeah, you're pretty well stuck in the seat. Um, that's why I said I'm kind of curious how this will work on transatlantic, trans-Pacific flights. All right, we're going to go ahead, turn that seatbelt sign off, and away we go. And yes, we have adjusted the clock so I could get some. Must be high noon because either way I go, the shade is about the same on the plane. Now, if you guys are folks are up and flying, now I heard rumor Detroit today is a uh, big heavy destination spot. I don't know that, but I'll tell you right now, right here in Colombia, they are loaded for bear with controllers. So if you're looking for a place with VATSIM controllers, may not look much farther than Colombia. But I have heard the Friday night deal is up in Detroit. So for those interested. All right, let me get in here, get this. Huh, master volume doesn't like my save. Oh well. One thing we mentioned on the departure, if you have the ToLiss A319 Neo, you're gonna notice an ability to put the ISCS, that big green blob, blue bob, whatever you call it, ISCS on your EFB. Now, granted, we still have in the A319, 320, 321s the ability to use the, down here. But for like the sounds, for other things, you can then go to the EFB instead of getting that big screen blocker in front of the screen. Now, where is our next ATC change? Let's check VATSPY. Maybe it knows. Nope. Well, no, not really. All right, so it is going to be probably something in Bogotá. Okay. Now, one thing to watch, I have noticed frequencies. So if you go up here to get frequencies, if they don't have that star, they're not gonna change automatically. You're gonna have to put the frequency in. That I wish was more prevalent in here. But, you know, it's beta number 1 for this version. So beggars can't be too choosy just yet. So maybe tomorrow we can be choosy. So again, hope y'all have a great Friday. Enjoy as we cruise along into Colombia. ATC working so much better now that I understand what I did wrong out of Vienna, and the correction for the most part has worked. Still some questions ahead. Hope you enjoy X-Plane 12.1.3 Beta 1. Kind of curious where and what all of the little hidden gems of this one is hiding. So input probably is the center change, well, unless we have en route sector controls, but so how far out to there? Huh, we're 279 miles from top of descent. Sounds like a awesome flight. And I can't wait for some high altitude flying in X-Plane 12. Who knows? I might pull the Queen of the Skies out. We had troubles a few months back trying to get that bird fired up at 8,000 MSL. See if I learned anything. All right, let's take a look at what we're going to be getting into when we get up here to Bogotá. Hoping the winds and the weather stay like they did during planning. Well, the winds have died off a little. That'll help. But it doesn't look like much difference on the arrival. All right. So the weather currently, as of an hour, let's call it ago, 290 at 7, 8,000 light rain, broken at 2,300. We'll take it. We've had such bad weather out here. Anytime we've flown here by the tropics, it just, oh, I'll take that one. And our QNH will be 1023. Again, 8,000 feet above sea level is the airport elevation. Okay, VATSIM is online, as I've mentioned, all over Colombia. Bogotá, they're showing they're landing them 14 left, 14 right, departing on the opposite runway. Whatever that means. Obviously, I know what it literally means, but how they do that is why they can't put one instead of the other, I don't know. But that's VATSIM. They can do as they want. All right, so we're going to come in on the ILS Echo 4 Echo arrival. It's an RNAV arrival. You can see how it works. 18, got to be at 18,000 around the horn here. Then we begin our descent to be over Ames at 13,000. So again, real quick, letting you see this. It is an RNAV, and it's basically like a DME arc off of something, although they're not putting it there. Different, looks like your speeds hold at 250 from Pepet all the way around to Tobki, all the way to BO 885, which that all makes sense as we're getting in. Ames 230 and 13,000 feet. Now we're going to fly the Yankee approach for 14 left ILS. You want a fun approach. It's not overly challenged. Come in the other way. There are naps. They're not, as you can tell, high terrain. It's already up high, but there's mountains even higher than this city. But anyway, we're coming in. Like I said, 14 left on the Yankee ILS. Again, mandatory 13,000 feet over Ambus at 230. And I don't get why we have unless that's for the hold. But anyway, between 200 and 230. You're roughly 5,000 feet above the touchdown zone at that point. You do have some terrain to cross as you get to BO 613. But then you're on the ILS at that point, as you can see. Real quick, for those that like the numbers up here, there's your approaches, which automatically, hopefully, will sequence through here, hopefully. 111.3, there's your final approach course. Obviously, BO 613 at 13,000. And we'll get to the minimums here in a minute, but there it is. The airport's at 8,358 feet above sea level. Hence, when you see these bracketed, that's above ground. Same with your METARs, that's above ground level. So, makes it a little easier when you see it that way. Minimum RVR 550 meters or 800 meters visibility or higher. And for our aircraft, we need at least 246 feet AGL or higher on the ceiling. Beautiful flight today, and when we get on the ground, let's see, where do we want to, we'll just head somewhere in this we'll go wherever they tell us to. I have a feeling, I don't think I get much say in that, but I am gonna get the parking chart up because of that reason. All right, so not sure where this one is. Bravo 11. Where's Bravo 11? Yeah, that must be further down. I have a feeling that's where, yeah. So, yeah, we'll plan hopefully in here, if not wherever it tells us to go. And the neat thing is it does give you a little yellow brick road to follow. All right, so that's our game plan. We're about to what's called the equal time point, same distance back to Aruba as it is to continue on. Right here on the display, where my cursor is, ETP equal time point. And wouldn't you know, little rain or something over there. Probably that cloud. Now they said next rad updates as well. Wondering if that's looking a lot better. So a lot of things to unpack with this one, folks. So we had a great Caribbean update in 1.2 plus other things. ATC is the big thing here, internal, meaning you don't have to go to VATSIM, IVAO, Pilot's Edge, POSCON, name your online ATC organization to fly on. You can do it right here out of the box in X-Plane. So interesting stuff. Down the road, we're still looking for the radar updates. So we're fingers crossed it's 1.4, but all we know from the latest that I know of on it, 1.x, meaning they haven't put a number officially to it. Oh, they know what it is. They're being sneaky. But if you want to see what those updates will look like, there's plenty of videos on YouTube for it. I don't think they took them down. I had them on my Discord channel. I haven't gone back up to see if they're still there or not. But welcome aboard. Have a great time here, folks. Glad to have you aboard. If you're new, we'd love you to hit that follow button here on Twitch. And if you're watching this rebroadcast over on YouTube, which will be out later tonight, tomorrow, sometime, smash that like and subscribe. Either way you go, it's free. And all it does is let you know when we're streaming on Twitch, if you do it here on Twitch, when a new video releases over in YouTube. So, and one day, I really promise, folks, I do want to start streaming on both. We've got a great following over at YouTube as well as Twitch, and I really want to be able to do this together instead of one getting it live, the other Yeah, it's just a rebroadcast. I want them both live and y'all enjoying both of them that way. We can monetize over at YouTube. We just haven't pulled the trigger yet. We will be here shortly. So, hope y'all enjoy. Okay, we're 100 miles out. Let's get us begin looking at getting up to date here. Parking stands. Okay, currently 7 minutes ago. It's now 330 at 3. Okay, I'm a little more comfortable coming in with a tailwind, just like the takeoff with light variable winds. Even though it was slightly a tailwind, I'm a lot more comfortable at 3 knots on my tail than 13 at takeoff. And they're saying nothing significant, but light rain is in the area. Okay. Oh. To me, that's significant. So that means we're going to be landing on a wet runway, folks. Let's go over here to the see if we can get that. No, we did not. Which one are we on? 010? No. All right, so let's go ahead, plug the numbers in here. 330 tree. All right, temperature currently 13 now in Bogotá. And 3024 for the altimeter. All right, we're on a 12,000 foot runway. However, it's wet. And let's just see. Okay, let's go medium. Let's go medium. All right, so currently our VAP is 130 knots. We're looking at about a 5,700 foot rundown, leaving us about 6,100 feet or 6,300 foot margin. So I think we'll go there. All right. So really great flight here. Now I know y'all are enjoying on VATSIM. I'm not trying to diss VATSIM at all. They're doing a great job. They've got some weirdness going on though. I'll leave you all to learn that. But we're trying this out because it came out today. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm kind of liking this this world here. And by the way, that's the Andes Mountains. You might have heard about them. A soccer team, I think it was, or something like that. Had a plane crash down, I think in Chile, but still the same mountains. Range, just like in the U.S., the Rockies stretch pretty much from Canada down to Mexico and on into Mexico. Pretty tragic too, by the way, that story. But yeah, and a lot of tragedy in plane crashes here. Aircraft tuning, wrong frequencies, getting into the wrong. If you look at the mountains, it's a lot like the Appalachians where you got row after row after row.
572. Contact Bogotá Center 123.700. Goodbye.
Contact Bogotá Center 123.700. Avianca 572. Goodbye. Avianca 572. Hello. Altitude flight level 380.
Avianca 572, Bogotá Center. Hello. Radar contact.
Avianca
Yeah,
572.
I have to say it. I still prefer humans versus, I guess you'd call this kind of like AI, but it's not bad. Um, Especially, that's really not bad. Now, getting back to what I was saying, aircraft would get into the wrong slot, and the airport was in the other slot over here of all the high mountains, and you don't want to know at the end what happened. They couldn't clear. Yeah, it was. There's been some tragedies, but again, there's been tragedies everywhere. So, um, but I was just thinking, talking about this handoff we just did. Those of you who are new to aviation, new to flight simulation. Now, I know there's a new platform out there you have to pay for. I think it's a monthly subscription. That seems to be the new thing to everything, called Say Intentions. Top to bottom coverage, but this is free, and this kind of gets you into that groove of what you need to know to talk with controllers. So this would be a good platform, folks, to learn on. I wouldn't have recommended that yesterday, just because of what I've run into way back with INSEM controllers. Today, I'm thinking about recommending it. Now, we're not on the ground yet, but those of you new listening and are getting into flight simming, you might want to try this out in X-Plane 12. Now, I do want to check something. Request altitude change. Okay. Case we go long. All right, we should. Oh, nope, we still got 130 miles. I don't know how that part of this is going to work out. Top of descent, getting us down to the runway. We'll see. It should be a descent to 18,000. That's 20 times 3. So roughly 60 miles out from, let's just make sure, Pappet, where we should be at 18,000. So we'll see how this works out. But I'm thinking this could be a really good training tool. Really good tool if someone really wants to get on VATSIM, or even, and I don't usually recommend, an aviation school, real world, could use this platform to help educate pilots up and coming how to talk on a radio. Because there are, I shake my head on VATSIM. And they'll actually swear to you that's what you're supposed to do. And I'm like, no, my flight instructor would roll over in his grave listening to VATSIM. So the next step I'm going to have to do is AI traffic. The problem is, and like I said earlier, I think Bad Attitude was on. We tried this at Bartholomew, and boy, did it hit my sim hard with the frames. And I turned it off as quickly as I had turned it on. And I didn't understand it all, so that could be part of it too. So I may try that next. Throw some traffic at it. Because at least in FSX, A Century of Flight, AI traffic was a minimal hit on your sim. Because the ingredients in it to make it manipulate by a person is not there. So I'm not certain how X-Plane did that, but I'll tell you this much: in VATSIM, the model matching stinks, and I laugh at some of the stuff it comes up with. Some of it I understand. It just, there's no models probably out there for it, but the ones they have, how do you get Meliv Airlines when it said AAL? I haven't figured that one out yet. That's American. But anyway, those are the quirks we deal with. And man, this radar is different. I don't know. It seems different. Let's try something. Let's go to map. Okay, that didn't do anything. Weather and turbulence didn't do anything. Okay, they haven't put that update in yet. That would have been really nice on an A350 flight we did a couple weeks ago. That was fun. Berlin to Amsterdam. Boy, did we get into a whale of a thunderstorm, though. Wow. Turbulent enough that I couldn't keep the autopilot on. Wow. Yeah, shouldn't have been in it. Welcome to what we can do in the flight sim and what we dare not do in the real world. All right, we're 91 miles out. Let's go next phase. Next phase. All right, that was 1024. Oh, okay. I think I'm intertwining flights again. Numbers that were in the one before starting to override in here. 330 diagonal 3. And for the approach, we said 256 or 3. 246. All right, so we got our information in. The approach 130, landing speed 125, full flaps, decision height 246 feet above the ground. I tried this once, putting it in MDA of 8600. Oh, that didn't work out well. So we'll stick to it this way. All right, so we are getting close, folks. Glad to have you aboard. Enjoy. And we'll be talking with you as we begin our approach into Bogotá. All right, we're back with you. Hey, we were able to take a quick break. All right. When we're ready, we can request a descent. All right, 54 miles. Okay, so descent preparations are like this. Okay, so we got the arrival in. We've got the performance in. We need to get our... Oh, wrong side, wrong side. Sorry, folks. You got to do that on this side. Access wind, wind request. Not necessarily will it return, folks. That is really in part to SimBrief or whatever ToLiss hooks into weather-wise. I know Zebo works off of the SimBrief. All right, top of descents coming on the map. Okay, at this point, 20 miles roughly prior, we can start our descent. We are currently 38. 18 is going to be where we're headed down to. We're about 17 minutes or so from arrival, folks. So, time to get ready. Put your predictions in. Well, actually, that won't work. Disregard. That will not work. I just realized that. SimBrief or Sim Toolkit is not connecting, so that won't come into play. Darn it. That's a bummer. Hopefully, Sim Toolkit gets that hot fix out quickly. Let me see what any status update is on that.
Avianca 572. Descend and maintain flight level 330.
Descend and maintain flight level 330. Avianca 572.
All right, we are, well, look at that. It did do it for us. I didn't have to request. I will say this is a really good, really good update. I see you there, bad attitude. I get it. Ads. Um,
Avianca 572. Descend and maintain flight level 240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240. Avianca 572.
ATC has been going fantastic, bad attitude. Like I was saying earlier, you were probably away, obviously. Um, I'm wondering if this would not be a good training tool.
Avianca 572. Expect ILSEV 4 Whiskey 4 RNP approach runway 32 right.
Uh-oh.
ILSEV 4 Whiskey 4 RNP approach runway 32 right. Avianca 572.
That is not... Oh, they're bringing us in on 3-2. Yikes. Hang on, we got to do a quick change up here, folks. I'll get back to you in a second there. Flight plan. LC4. Whoop. Which one? 3-2 right, RNP. Oh, great. They're not going to give this to me easy, are they?
Avianca 572. Continue present heading.
Continue present heading. Avianca 572.
flight level 220, then descend. Pilot's discretion 18,000. QNH 1012. Maintain 270 knots or less.
Descend now to flight level 220, then descend. Pilot's discretion, maintain 18,000. QNH 1012. Maintain 270 knots or less. Avianca 572.
Okay, so as I can determine, okay, you're back from the ads. Okay, well, overall, everything has been going good, except it just did that change. And, yeah, we had to do it on the fly. So we got it in there, just like regular crews get this all the time. We've got the change in. We're doing the whiskey now. So we are going to do what I told folks is the fun approaches here. Hang on a second. I'm just, I believe Delta. Okay, just getting all my charts lined up. Okay, cool. So this ought to be fun. They did a full change up on us because to come in on the 4 whiskey, that's the 3-2s. So now we're coming in 3-2 right. Same runway, just opposite direction. Real quick look at it. So, but ATC going great. They haven't forgot us yet. If they do, I know how to cancel them. But they are doing phenomenal. Real quick on the charts here, folks. Okay, this chart really hasn't changed any. We're still going to be at AIMS 230. However, we can be between 15 and 17. Reason being, we got to go around the airport and land on the far runway. RNP.
Avianca 572. Descend now to flight level 220, then descend. Pilot's discretion 18,000.
Descend now to flight level 220, then descend. Pilot's discretion, maintain 18,000.
We are.
572.
Okay, so you can see how we're doing this approach. We're coming around the horn here and landing. Got a lot of high terrain here. 9, 10,000, 11,000 foot ridges. So fun approach ahead. Looks like we have clouds. Current weather here. 330 at 3, light rain. Few clouds at 800, broken at 4,000. Above the ground, folks. If it wasn't, we wouldn't have a ground. It's 4,000 feet under. So, fun approach ahead. I've shot this a couple times and I can't wait. Charts away. I'm wondering if it wants me coming down steeper. Now I'm keeping the ATC chart. No, it has not. Hey, Downwind Sim, welcome, welcome. How goes it? Welcome to X-Plane 12.1.3.beta 1. The new ATC we're playing with, not VATSIM. None of that. This is internal ATC with X-Plane. It's doing pretty good. Bad attitude here is the one to blame. No, I mean, who kind of asked me to go ahead and do it and fly this.
572. Contact Bogotá El Dorado International approach 119.050. Goodbye.
Contact Bogotá El Dorado International approach 119.050. Avianca 572. Goodbye. Avianca 572. Hello. Altitude flight level 224. On heading 195.
Avianca 572. Bogotá El Dorado International approach. Hello.
Avianca 572.
Ne-
Avianca 572. Turn right heading 233. Descend and maintain 18,000. QNH 1024. Reduce speed to 150 knots or less.
Turn right heading 233. Descend and maintain 18,000. QNH 1024. Reduce speed to 150 knots or less. Avianca 572.
Okay, one thing I do find that kind of annoys me a little, we haven't had it except out of Aruba so far. If you come up here, click the anything without the asterisk, you have to set the frequency to. If it has the asterisk, it will set it for you. That could become a pain as we're trying to shoot this approach. Hopefully everything will auto switch for us. I know, but you could say, well, that's just the way it is in the real world. Well, in the real world, there's a guy or gal sitting next to me punching the frequencies in. And we're not wearing pajamas drinking beer as we fly in. Unless it's my airline, then it's allowed. But anyway, and eating ice cream. All right, we're slowing up to 250. I'll probably set us to 240 as we begin the next set of descents. We should pretty much be hanging at 18,000 around this kind of semi-arc that we're going to be doing. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens if he doesn't tell us to turn. Oh, yeah.
Avianca 572. Turn right heading 275.
Turn right heading 275. Avianca 572.
Think that answered my question, didn't it? What is the bad attitude? No, we're not diving here. We're only about 10,000 feet above sea level right now, above ground level. Nice. What I do need is transition level. 18,000. So he said 2.4, I believe. Bogotá is 2.4. Okay. Let's go less. All right, so there we go.
Avianca 572. Turn left heading 260.
Turn left heading 260. Avianca 572.
I think that's because I checked that to make it like vectors. Got something else to test on the next flight, whenever that will be, probably Monday. Well, we'll see. Mondays may be delayed even further than 1 o'clock. We'll see. All right, next turn. It's kind of fun, these charts. They say at jet at 250, turbo
Avianca 572.
between
Left heading
250 and 200.
Turn left heading
I'm like,
233.
turbojet and jet,
572.
but it's turbo prop, I'm sure is what it's meaning. But man, 250. All right, so here we go into the approach here at Bogotá with the new ATC in X-Plane 12. All right, let's and again, unfortunately, due to the update to Sim Toolkit and the fact that I took and updated my plugin for Sim Toolkit, it is not technically connected to the sim. Lo and behold, had I not updated it, it would have been fine, even though it yells at me.
Turn left heading 208.
Turn left heading 208.
So hopefully they get a
Avianca
fix out here
572.
real quick. And just for you all to kind of get a grip on here, we're 10,000 feet above the ground, above the airport elevation at 18,000. Now I'm curious what its plans are to get us to
Avianca 572. Turn left heading 113.
Turn left heading 113. Avianca 572.
Avianca 572. Descend and maintain 14,000.
wow,
Descend and maintain 14,000. Avianca 572.
15 was the bottom. Let's make sure we're safe at 14. I think so.
Avianca 572. Descend and maintain 14,000.
Descend and maintain 14,000. Avianca 572.
All right, let's go. medium brakes. I'm going to go ahead, turn the lights on.
Avianca 572. Maintain block 15000 through 17000. Maintain 230 knots or less.
Maintain block 15000
Block?
through 17000. Maintain.
I haven't
230
heard that
knots or less.
term since
Avianca
air refueling
572.
training with the Sim Air Force. Huh. Okay, we're coming into Ames. Let me get the chart up.
Avianca 572. Turn right heading 148. Reduce speed to 115 knots or less.
Turn right heading 148. Reduce speed to 115 knots or less. Avianca 572.
Go ahead and get our first notch of flaps in. All right, all set up. Landing. Oh, we're RNAV now, so. See what it does with me descending. Told me to block between 15 and 17. Now let's see what it does, because BO 412 is 13,500. Hasn't balked at me yet.
Resume normal speed. Avianca 572. Descend and maintain 13,500. Avianca 572. Expedite descent. Avianca 572. Continue present heading. Maintain 180 knots or less. Avianca 572. Turn left heading 139er. Descend. Pilot's discretion. Maintain 13,000. Avianca 572. Turn left heading 131. Report the field in sight. Avianca 572. Turn left heading 124. Resume normal speed. Avianca 572. Avianca 572. Field in sight. Turn left heading 116. Reduce speed 160 knots or less. Avianca 572. Turn left heading 116. Reduce speed 160 knots or less. Avianca 572. Turn left heading 091. Avianca 572. Turn left heading 073. Resume normal speed. Avianca 572. Avianca 572. Field in sight. Cleared for RNP. Approach runway 32 right. Contact Bogotá El Dorado International Tower 118.100. Avianca 572. Goodbye. Avianca 572. Hello. Inbound runway 32 right.
Avianca 572. Bogotá El Dorado International Tower. Below. Continue approach. Information Delta current.
Continue approach. Information Delta. Avianca 572.
Avianca 572. Runway 32 right cleared to land. Wind light and variable.
Runway 32 right clear to land. Avianca
This is 793,
572.
go down.
Why would I go around? I'm stable and right on approach path. We're landing. I would have swore I saw him full when I was over there to arm.
Avianca 572. Vacate left.
Vacate left. Avianca 572.
Avianca 572. Contact Bogotá El Dorado International Ground. 121.800. Goodbye.
Contact Bogotá El Dorado International Ground. 121.800. Avianca 572. Goodbye. Avianca 572. Hello. Runway vacated.
Avianca 572. Bogotá El Dorado International Ground. Below. Taxi 15 via Alpha 5. Bravo 7. Bravo. Bravo 6. Charlie. Papa. And Delta.
taxi 1 5 by Alpha 5, Bravo 7, Bravo, Bravo 6, Charlie, Papa, and Delta, Avianca 572.
All right, folks. This will be the last flight of the day. One of my daughters just got here, so we'll be wrapping this up at gate 15. Bear with me here. Where's gate 15? Ah, inside where I thought we were going to be. Okay. So let's get this thing over. Brake fans on. I'm going to have to say, folks, this is a really great update they've given us at Laminar. Wow, they really are zigzagging us, though. Oh, well. So, hope you all have a great Friday night. Be safe. We're going to continue to taxi in. There won't be much of a debrief because Sim Toolkit is not available to help us. However, we'll do the best we can, as always. And I do like that they do put the markings down, because I have run into a couple airports where charts and what's on the airfield don't match up, and so it's kind of nice. But boy, that was a fun approach. I'm glad they switched us. I think somehow I got the wrong approach up, and I don't know what they were using. And I'm also going to be curious how the nav graph chart updates are going to take effect and all of that. So, all right, so we're going to go in here, and it should be the second gate on our left. All right, so like I said, second one to the left here as we turn down. All right, and let's get in here, turn off the lights. And this could be where my charts and it differ. Okay, 19. Yep, they're right. Okay. Boy, that was a fun approach, though. I love when they give me that chance to shoot our navs, and especially a visual like that one. Just fun. There you go, folks, into blocks. Great job, ATC.
Bogotá, El Dorado International Ground. Avianca 572. Shutdown.
Avianca 572. Shutdown approved.
All right, there you have it, folks. Shutdown approved. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to tell you all this was, I think, well done. Great job, X-Plane. Give it a try, folks. If it wasn't for that man, Duluth fly with a go around and an applause. Not Duluth, but bad attitude. I probably would not have used ATC today. So that was pretty fun. Great job, guys, at X-Plane. Let's get this thing shut down, shall we? Okay, we're available, so let's get on that. All of the anti-ice is off. Lights are off. We don't have radars off yet. My bad. And now we'll unlock the door and shut them down. Hang on, folks. All right, I heard a car alarm going off, so I wanted to check. Make sure it wasn't my daughter's. Let's see here. Get rid of that overlay. All right, let's take a look at this, shall we? While we watch the, as I like to call it, ballet unfold outside. All right. So, Millennium Aviation got us at 265 feet per minute. Not bad there. I'd go to Sim Toolkit, but it doesn't record right now because of that little error going on. However, Elevatech got us at 315 feet, 136, so a little fast, but, whoa. Interesting. The flight line shows us coming from Innsbruck. Hang on a second. Did I forget to get rid of something? No. That's kind of funny. Interesting. Anyway, so again, 315 feet a minute, 136 knots. So that's a little fast. We were supposed to be, memory served, about 125, 28, somewhere in there. And so we're a little fast, and 1.4 on the G. So overall, a great flight. I hope you all enjoyed it. I sure did. We're going to wrap things up here. Just going to double check if anything at all recorded. Nope. All right. Well, can't use Sim Toolkit. So we're going to kind of call it a night. DCS is next. I hope Hawker has a great time with it. Because we're going to be calling it a night. But welcome in. Thank you so much, Hawker. And thank you all for being here. Hang on a second. And last but not least, Oh, well, I never get that one right. But anyway, I want to thank Bad Attitude for pushing me to fly this offline ATC. It was fun. It's actually very good. I highly recommend it to anyone new to aviation, new to communicating on VATSIM, or pick your online source, or maybe just sit, enjoy flying it, to learn what you need to think about when you're flying in the real world. Some things a little different than what I remember, but then again, that was back in the 80s. This is, 20, 30, 40, 50, 2,000 years later. But anyway, as for the update, Hawker, phenomenal. I am very impressed with it. We screwed up on the first one, but that's okay. But we got it going on this flight and it worked really well. Just make sure until they update, and there might be some screen changes on the flight plan, make sure you put your altitudes in 1,000 feet. Don't go FL 280 like I did. It was really good. And I'm going to tell you, what I've seen in ATC in a sim usually stinks. This was really good. Pat yourselves on the back. Huge applause to Laminar. They did a really good job with this. Bad Attitude, if you're out there still listening, I hope you were watching the radar returns. They are changing. So hopefully that means other changes are coming soon. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up. Y'all have a great night, and we will be for sure back at it. Not sure yet what time Monday. Some things have just come up today. We'll let you know in the schedule. God bless you all. Have a great weekend.